What's going on, YouTube? Out here on the 17 working on it. Noticed that the wheel well area was constantly wet and just kind of had a little bit of a smell. Started investigating into it and looking. It was the axle. The axle seal was leaking and it was coming through. I kind of sprayed some degreaser and trying to clean up a little bit, but all down the knuckle area, you can see the wheel well is just constantly spray everywhere. You ain't really gonna be able to see down in there, but yeah, see how wet it is. It shouldn't be wet like that coming all the way out to here. That inner gasket, which I've already done got it out. Just more or less took a crowbar, and you can see, took a crowbar and just beat it and knocked it out. But to be able to get to this point, you gotta get your axle out and get the rotor out of the way, get your caliper out of the way, get the axle, the wheel bearing, get everything out of the way to where you have just this. And then you got on the inside the new system that they added onto it. So right here you have this assembly for your four-wheel drive, and it just locks this axle to the inner axle. Whenever you pop it in four-wheel drive, that shifts over and it's connected to this, and those little forks are right up in here, and it just shifts this over to where it gets up onto that gear. So then you have your four-wheel drive, and that area right there is where the inner seal sits and was leaking and letting the fluid go all the way down the tube. But that's what I'm working on at the moment. But I'm gonna go ahead and pause you so I can get this seal installed, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I just got the axle seal installed. So I got this bar that I use to compress it in, but attaches and you just tighten it up and it pulls from the inside. But over here on the inside, so you got that cup that's on there. I can't even get the light in there. You got the cup that's on there, and then you just screw it on, press it up onto it. There we go. And it just pulls it back in there, and I've got it back to where it was seated at. So now I just need to grab the axle, put the axle in. Well, get that bar out of the way and then grab the axle and put the axle back in. So I got the axle back in, and before you get the axle all the way shoved in, make sure that you grab that coupling and put that coupling in, and go ahead and throw it up onto the other gear to have it shoved all the way in, and then you can guide your axle, the half axle, you can guide it into it. But you want to make sure that you have all the teeth and everything lined up, so you can literally just grab this and see, it's at that point it's disconnected, and then when you activate your four-wheel drive, it connects on. So you just want it to be able to slide smoothly on. And then the seal, got it, looks pretty good. But since I'm already down here, I'm gonna go ahead and change the gear oil. Go ahead and get it all, because it kind of looked a little milky. I don't know if you can see in there. Yeah, it's a little milky. So I've got some water in there somehow, but I'll end up changing all that out as well. And then literally it's just make sure that you get those forks up on there, and then you got two guide pins on the housing right there in the middle and the bottom, and then up there at the top in the middle. So you got those little holes. Oh, where's it at? Right there. And right there. Just make sure you line them up and push it in. But I was also two-wheel drive, so I need to make sure that I go ahead and, there we go, shove that back to where it's two-wheel drive. And then you just pop it on, put the bolts in, 10mm bolts, just put them in, and then reconnect the connector. Yeah, my connector, just reconnect it, and then that part's done. And then I'll have to finish out the rotor and all that. So got the wheel bearing in. Need to tighten up all the, so I got went from corner to corner, opposite corner, and tighten it up and got it pushed back in. Now I just need to get the other two, but I've got it back. I mean, there's just a little bit of a gap, which that's what you want, but it's all in. I'll finish this up and I'll be right back. Alright, so your ABS sensor, make sure you put that back in. I removed the dust cover. I mean, I don't think you really have to. I just did it just to get it out of my way. But yeah, make sure you get that back on. You don't have to take the axle nut off if you're just going to remove the entire assembly out. I mean, if you want to, you can. Just make sure you put that back on. But got everything back in. Got the four-wheel drive mechanism on. Got it shut, bolted up. I mean, it feels pretty good. It's not grabbing or anything. I mean, it's pretty smooth. So I think I am good on all that. So now just more or less get the rotor on, calipers back on, get the tire back on, and then I'm good with this job. I hope this helps anybody out there that's trying to take care of this inner axle seal. I mean, wasn't too bad of a job, but definitely gonna take some time to get it done. But y'all have a good one.